Good morning, all. Welcome to the show. Just have to do a little bit of housekeeping here because the old Book of Faces has decided it's having a bit of an issue streaming today. So I want to just be able to get this onto our Heartland channel. And so if you'd just like to bear with me for 1/2 of a second, I will get there and sort that out so those that are watching can actually watch the show, if you understand what I mean. Isn't that great where they actually have a issue with Facebook sometimes, but that's okay. I think we're live there now, so for anyone watching here via my own Facebook page, g'day, how are yous? So, wow, what a weekend of rugby, huge results, everything like that. First off, though, of course, we have to give our obligatory welcome to the team at Foursquare Franz Joseph down there on Main State Highway 6. Go and visit them or visit their Facebook page at Foursquare Franz Joseph. Thanks again, Josh and the team, for sponsoring the show. So, where are we at? Wow. Oh, look at that. Captain Hurricane. He gave me a very good night on Saturday. How good was that for the Hurricanes? Captain Hurricane, he was a happy camper. And don't forget, throw comments into wherever you're able to watch this today. And I might be able to share in some answers, maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, good on Captain Hurricane for showing us the way on Saturday. And so we'll have a look at those results from the weekend. And wow, so very tight game there in sorry, I got a bit of a hiccup. Down there at Forsyth Bar Stadium. Great defence from both teams. And the Brumbies, well, heck, they got up, didn't they? 14 points to 10. Broke the hearts of the Highlanders in the Deep South. At one point there, I thought they were going to do it, but unfortunately, no, they didn't. So that's a bit of a shame. So we'll just move on and then... You know, hopefully they got a bonus point, but they do have the Blues this weekend. Hopefully they can bounce back there. On Saturday, the Chiefs' domination over Moana Pacifica, well, heck, that just continued, didn't it? 62 points to 17. They've always scored 40-plus points against Moana for their home game at Rotorua. And that was just a huge victory there for the Chiefs. I think everyone and their dog picked that result, so that was no surprise. The Drua back on the bus. They found their passports, got home, had a bit of kava, and they eked out a 24-22 win over the Western Force there, over there at Lautoka at Churchill Park. Big win for them, keeps their season alive. Western Force, well, they're up and down like a yo-yo, taking the hoppity ups and downs like a kangaroo to the next level for an Australian team. And then on Saturday night, it was the blockbuster, wasn't it? The Hurricanes taking on the Evil Empire and here in Wellington. And it was close, half-time, 19-15. I did mention last week, though, if the Hurricanes could bring out a second half performance into the first half, they could be sort of a chance here. And of course, they did. Actually, they did play second half rugby in the first half. And when they went to the second half, well, they upped it again, didn't they? And basically shut the Blues out a bit. To take out the victory by a whopping 42 points to 19. I did say, I don't want to say I said it, but I did say it. I said last week, Hurricanes by 20. Well, they won by 23. So very happy camper. And then the round ended up closing down at, what do you call it, over there in Brisbane, 31-26 to the Reds over the Crusaders. Again, and it's been my catch cry all season, hasn't it? The B team lost. I understand they want to rest some of these players for bigger matches coming up, but these away games, you've got to win the away games, and you can't make finals on home wins alone. For the Crusaders to get beaten by Queensland, just gives me that false sense of security against the Queensland Reds being the top team. But heck, they went and beat the Crusaders, so you can't write them off again, can you? They'll be thereabouts. But disappointing performance by the Crusaders there. They walked away with a bonus point, and that's all they had. So how did that leave the standings? Well, after 9 rounds, the Hurricanes sitting on top by themselves on 30 points. The Chiefs move up to second on 27. The Blues drop to third. They remain on 25. The Brumbies, though, they are still where they were last week, but sitting there on 24 points. The Reds, well, they hop over and swap places with the Crusaders with that win. They're on 22, and the Crusaders sitting there in 6th place on 20 points. The Highlanders, well, they're there on 15 points and 7th, so they're only a bonus point win away from the top 6. The Waratahs, well, they had the bye last week, so even if they do pick up a bonus point win this week, they will still be in that bottom half of the draw. The Drua, well, they climbed from, I think it was 10th place to 9th, and the Western Force, well, they dropped, and Moana Pacifica is propping up the table. So what have we got this week? Well, there's plenty of games on and plenty of stars to look out for. And, of course, Quinn Tupaia is still leading the way with the Player of the Year award with 42 points. Donaldson, Jorgensen there, Whailangi, Lonergan, Jordan hasn't made any moves because he didn't play. Tangata and Tavatava Nawai. And in the Rookie of the Year, no real changes there at the moment. Sid Harvey still sitting up there on top, all pretty. So, as I said, what do we have this weekend? Well, kicks off, of course, Friday night with the Blues taking on the Highlanders at Eden Park. And, well, the Highlanders have to bounce back. It is getting into must-win territory for these teams now who want to make the top 6. An upset there at Eden Park would be a beautiful thing to see. The Blues, well, they're hurting, aren't they? They're really hurting after being spanked by the Hurricanes. But of course, there's only one way I'm going to pick this game. We won't know who's in the team until Wednesday night, Thursday, when we'll come back with the show, look at the team lineups. But hey, to me, Highlanders by 7 points. There we go. So yeah, I think that will be a good one. After that, though, back-to-back Friday night games. We've got the Waratahs after their bye taking on Moana Pacifica over there in Sydney at Allianz Stadium. And, well, with a week off and Moana licking their wounds from a thrashing from the Chiefs, you'd have to say the Waratahs might get back up after the bye and take that victory out. And I got a feeling they might win this by 20. Poor old Moana just don't seem. Last year, a great year. This year, not so great. So then on Saturday, 7 o'clock, another top of the table clash. First versus second at the home of the second place team, the Chiefs, at FMG Stadium in Waikato. And we'll have the Hurricanes, of course, travelling up the road, trying to keep their, pretty much trying to just, they could actually lock in semi-final football as we sort of, get into round 10 with still plenty of games left. So if they can lock that in, then they can start resting a few players and get them ready for finals footy. So for me, I'll have to go the Hurricanes. There's only one way I'll always go, and that's back the boys in black and gold. And I'll say, though, it'll be a close match. I think the Hurricanes might win by about 10 points. So we'll see what happens there. After that, we get the Brumbies hosting the Fijian and Drua. Well, poor old Fiji. I tell you, if they can find, as I said, if they can find their passports, they're bloody good. But at home, the Brumbies will want to sort of continue their winning form after last week, win against the Highlanders. So I'm actually I'll have to go the Brumbies to win this by 12 points. And yeah, we'll see what happens. And then, of course, the round finishes off with the Western Force over there in Perth, hosting the Crusaders. And the Crusaders must be absolutely spitting after losing to the Queensland Reds. And I think poor old Western Force are going to get a comeuppance. And I think the Crusaders will win by 20 points. So that's where I think we're at. And yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So it's only going to be a quick show today, but we can have a look around the world. And around the world at the moment, we do have, of course, the Pac-4 has started. The Canadians, impressive winners, 24-0 over the Australians. But this game here, the Black Ferns, they actually got up by 48 points to 15. First game under Whitney Hansen, yes, daughter of the one and only Sir Steve Hansen. And I thought the girls played absolutely brilliantly. The USA aren't a team you can sort of sneeze at. They are strong, but they dominated well in atrocious conditions there in Sacramento, and the girls went really, really well. So that's awesome. In other news from around the world, yes, I keep saying it. I keep on being a week early, but the Sevens are back on the radar. We are going to be here in Hong Kong, Valladolid and Barcelona, I think it was, which is just bizarre. But these are the teams now that continue on. As you can see, they've had an increase of teams to join the World Series, and it's great that they're starting off at the 50th Hong Kong Sevens this weekend. And the New Zealand squads were announced. Let's see if we can blow this up. In the Black Fern Sevens, we've got Mania Nuku, Georgie Miller, who's now a vice captain, of course, Stacey Walker, Mahina Paul, Rizzy Puri Lane, who's the captain, Maya Davis, Alina Thaeli, Braxton Sorensen McGee, absolute machine, Jamie Colossi, Olive Wotherstone, Kelsey Taniti, and Caitlin Viacola. Very strong Black Fern side to go to Hong Kong and try and continue their domination of the series so far. But this is the team, I suppose, we are looking at. Huge respect in Hong Kong for the All Black Sevens, and they really need to turn it on. I've had enough of this. Oh, you know, these guys are good. They've actually got to win this. That's my thought. If they don't, there's got to be some serious looks at the whole Sevens program in New Zealand. New Zealand have got one goal here, and that is to win Hong Kong, the 50th edition. We have Brady Rush, Tone Nashu, the captain, Rockasolo, Collier, Michael Manson, King Maxwell, Robert Rush, Sam Clark, Lasaka, Bradley Tocker, Roderick Ciolo, Riley Williams, and Fletcher Morgan. Now, as I said, they have to win. That's it. They just have to win because it's just, you know, it's just frustrating. I mean, King Maxwell, he'll be maybe doing his debut. You know he will. But the All Black Sevens, yeah, just go out there, do the business, and make all those 7 alumni from the All Black Sevens. Proud that you guys went out there and won the 50th edition of Hong Kong. In the pools, New Zealand will be taking on France, Japan, and Brazil in the women's side of the draw. The other teams there are Australia, Canada, Great Britain, and South Africa. And in Pool C, because we've got extra teams now, we've got USA taking on France, Argentina, and Spain. And again, in the men's, tough pool. They've got Australia, USA, and Kenya. Great to see the Kenyans back, isn't it? And then in Pool B, we've got Fiji, France, Great Britain taking on Germany, who have surprised. Their 15s have unfortunately just been relegated from the Rugby Championship in Europe, but the Sevens program is still flying high. And then in the men, in Pool A, you've got South Africa, Argentina, Spain, and Uruguay. So that's going to be a bit of a interesting group to watch there, but you'd expect it would be South Africa and then a battle between Argentina and Spain. Scores around the world. Major League Rugby, we're into week 3, and Old Glory got up over New England by 21 points to 19. And Anthem, Rugby Anthem, or Anthem Rugby, however they want to pronounce it, Anthem Carolinas. It's a weird team. But they secured their first win in week 1 ever. I mean, literally their first ever win in 4 years of playing as a club. Well, this weekend they got their first ever home win in front of their own spectators, and what a scalp. They got up 34-25 over the Seattle Seawolves, and they're a strong team, Seattle. So huge ups to Anthem Rugby and everyone there. And then Chicago Hounds, well, they got up over the recently merged Legion California, used to be LA and San Diego. Well, the merger doesn't seem to be going too good at the moment, because Chicago got up there by 48 to 20, 48 to, well, 48. Oh, I jumped too fast in. 48 to 24. So the table at the moment, it just looks weird. Chicago and Anthem Rugby are on top of the table, followed by the California Legion, who have only got the one win. But then you got Seattle, Old Glory, and New England, all past champions, at the bottom of the table. Week 3, still early doors, so we'll just see what happens there. And then, of course, we've got European rugby, the European Cup. We did touch on this last week, and I might just take my ticker off because I can't change that image because it's too big. So Bath, they got up over Northampton, 43-41. Toulon, yes, the team of the one and only Martin Nonu, they got up, squeaked over and got up 22-19 over Glasgow. Leinster, huge win over Sale, 43-13. And the team I support, Toulouse, well, their champions run has ended with Bordeaux getting up by 30 points to 15. So in the wash, that means we've got the semi-finals with the road to Bilbao in Spain. Is Bordeaux will be taking on Bath, first seed against the 4th seed, of course, Bordeaux, who won it last year. And then on the other side, we've got Leinster taking on Rugby Toulon there, which will be exciting matches to come ahead there. And then over in the Challenge Cup, we had Ulster taking on La Rochelle. Ulster got up there 41 points to 24. Montpellier 45 to Connacht 22. Now in a real huge match, Zebra of Italy took on the Dragons of the Welsh. Wales used to be Newport, I think. But the Dragons got a big win, 35-32 away from home. And then the other Italian team, So it's a arrivederci to the Italians, because Exeter beat Benetton in a massive high-scoring match of 44-41. But high scores right across the board there in the quarterfinals of the Challenge Cup. And, of course, their road to Bilbao is now that Montpellier, they will take on the Dragons, first seed against the 13th seed, and Ulster will be taking on Exeter, third seed, against the 7th seed. Now, again, where are all the South Africans? You know, we're down to the semi-finals of both European Challenge and European Champions Cups, and no South Africans. Maybe they should want to beg to come back to Super Rugby, because Super Rugby at the moment is proving to be entertaining. What else do we have? Oh, yeah, I think this is to end my show. Finland. Yeah, Finland are playing Norway this weekend. Catch the whole game on Rugby Europe TV. If you love rugby, go and check this out, because, I mean, sure, it's Finland. Sure, it's Norway. But at the end of the day, they're playing rugby. It's a test match. And it's two teams you probably never even thought played rugby. Let's be honest. I say good luck to the Finnish and the Norwegian teams. It will be awesome. Looking at that time, 3 o'clock in Norway. I think that'll be about midnight, 1 o'clock maybe here in New Zealand time, Sunday night. But the great thing is, if you go to Rugby Europe TV, they do actually have the full replays, so you can catch up, and it's free to join. You don't have to pay, you don't have to do anything. You just log in, register, boom, you're away, and you can watch any game from Europe. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then, as you can see there, that's the squad for the Finns, and yeah, some they're all around the place, and so yeah, good luck to the Finnish people. And well, that is pretty much that for today's show. Good half hour. Unfortunately, Facebook decided it was going to cut off our Heartland page, but this is on Rugby Redefined and on my own personal page, and we will upload this video to YouTube, so if you want to check it out there. Again, good luck to everybody this over the next few days. We'll be back on Thursday for the full rundown of the teams for this weekend's big matches, and officially our picks for who might win what. So until Thursday, hopefully I'll be joined by other people, but until then, catch us all on the flip side. See you all.